monster on defense. David, thank you. Bill, when it comes to opinions on Russell Westbrook's game, people have a lot of different points of view. What's your thought?
I mean, there's never been a more polarizing player in this generation than him. And I didn't think he was the MVP 2 years ago. I actually thought he was a little underrated last year. I voted for him for second team All-NBA because he just plays hard every single night, and he's frustrating, and he's going to do 7 things in a game that you don't like, and he takes too many shots, and he's hard to play with. But the force of personality and the intensity he has night after night after night in this league where everybody's load management and picking their spots, like I really respect it. So I've come around a little bit. I think I don't know how much longer it's going to last.
He's a warrior, isn't he?
Like one of those football running backs.
Yes.
It's like, oh man. And that's what it's like to watch Westbrook.
That's a good comparison. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Brandon Ingram's out there with Favors, and it's Redick in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Now Harden, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last 3-pointer, jacks up a 3. Ball with the rebound. It's Ingram on the wing, guarded by Tucker, and it's Ingram missing. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Yeah, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. Doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Here's Westbrook. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That one good for 2.
Excellent display from Drew Holiday, running the fast break well and finding a way to nail that shot.
Capella finds Harden. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? I love the fact
do.
we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, it's give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A floater, and the rejection by Favors. And he's able to get it back. A shot by Harden, wide open. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Coming off a terrific season, 5th in assists. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Now, here's Tucker. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Westbrook drives in. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, it's funny, when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves, and his pacing leaving the defense right there helpless.
Here is Favors. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours and
Yes.
don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0
Yep.
because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great screen
Set some
setter.
picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Ingram drains the three-pointer.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Derek Favors.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
First one falls for him. Harden hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Holiday looking over the floor. And it's off from three-point range. Houston leading by 8. Capella kicks to Westbrook. Fires the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 10 points.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Inside. Shoots from the right block. It's rebounded by Houston, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25
and-
this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him, and he's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I pick.
Now here's Favors. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Capella, the pass to Harden. Tucker with the ball. And he's good on the 3-ball. 5 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Second is Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Westbrook against Ball. Though for quite a while you've been a holder of Clippers season tickets. I've seen you there myself.
Yeah.
I know you love the game and love just to watch as a fan and sometimes take off your professional hat. How much have you enjoyed watching them compete and in a lot of cases out-compete the Lakers over the last couple years?
It's funny, this last Clippers team was by far the most fun of all those teams. They were successful with Chris Paul and Blake and DeAndre in that era, but those teams weren't that much fun to watch. This last year's Clipper team, people just love them and were really, really invested in them, and that's why I could see them really knocking the Lakers out of there a little bit. The Lakers still have the DNA, they have the generations, but at some point, it's going to flip.
If not already.
The people haven't decided yet that they're Laker fans. You got to get like the 8-year-olds.
Yes.
That's who you have to get, and then they grow up and they become Clipper fans. So maybe that's happening.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans. Josh Hart comes in for J.J. Redick. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 10.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
So it's the Pelicans now after Westbrook's missed 3. Holiday left side. Back to Ball. Pass to Melly. 5 to shoot. It's good from long range.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 12.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Rockets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. First free throw is good.
Well, a triple-double machine, and what we're trying to get out of Russell Westbrook as he moves on is understanding he can adjust his game to the teammates around him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. And McLemore's subbed in for James Harden. New Orleans also making some changes. Kenrich Williams comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
so you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement
Well, if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
Here's Okafor after Eric Gordon's bucket. Chandler with the block.
That's what he does, Tyson Chandler, redirecting that one.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Pelicans trail by 17. Okafor dishes to Jackson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. To the middle. Okafor against Chandler. Here's Jackson. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. Last season, he played outstanding. First in assists, 4th in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Here's Hart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Westbrook. The pass to Melly. Here's Hart. Drains it from beyond the arc. They'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have League Pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure, which is one of the reasons I wrote my book.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
From 12 feet out, misses off the right iron. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. McLemore, the pass to Gordon, and it's blocked. Here's Melly. He's covered by Westbrook. Hart, that's good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Houston leading by 14. Outside Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Williams kicks to Hart. Outside Jackson. Back to Hart. Fires from deep. No good. Shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they just got ambushed. Not really expecting the comeback. And I mean, it came on quick and strong. But I think it could be a good lesson for them moving forward.
And the Rockets building their offense around the three ball. What will that approach look like if they ever want to make a championship run? There's got to be more to it than just the three-point shot.
You would think. They've been playing the math, and the math says volume of threes and percentages, and eventually it's going to come in your favor.
Do you believe that's the way to win?
I think it's the way to succeed during the regular season. We saw with Toronto, especially in the Toronto-Milwaukee series. Toronto was playing those same averages, and then Van Vliet got hot, and a couple of guys started making threes, and all of a sudden they win that series. So that's a case of it did work. But I still think you need to know what you're doing when everything slows down. And we saw the Rockets 2 years in a row, like famously when they missed 27 threes.
Mm-hmm.
Those threes get a lot tougher when it's a game 7, you're tired, the other team's used to you, and the nerves are coming in, and that basket suddenly looking a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan B?
And the first one at the line is good. Rivers, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. Good on both. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 16-point lead. Here's the triple. Pelicans with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With some arc, and it's Melly with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 14. Out to the right wing. Moore with the bucket.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
Feeds to Westbrook. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Westbrook against Moore. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
You can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Hart is out there with Williams. Then there's E'Twaun Moore, and it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position.
Well, the pride Cephalosha shows on defense is still there. Great contest on that shot.
Rivers can't get it to go.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
No one covering. Melly's got 6.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Outside Gordon. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And it's Melly missing. Rockets leading by 11. Chandler finds Rivers. Houston moving it around. Chandler outside. Rivers against Williams. Gordon with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. Gordon's got his second bucket.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's more after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker passes to Moore. A three-pointer is right on target. Moore's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, E'Twaun Moore doesn't get a lot of open touches, but when he does, he's got to be prepared to shoot. So let's that one go quickly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for Cephalosha. And James Harden has subbed in for Gordon. Rivers in the corner. Poked away. Outside Holiday. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Stolen by Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Free throw good from Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. On the wing, Holiday. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Ingram. Rebounded by Tucker.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rivers dishes to Harden. And he makes good on the layup. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Got a piece of it. Here is House. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Rivers against Ingram. Rivers kicks to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Here's Alexander Walker. Outside Holiday. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, #1. And, of course, Drew Holiday.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Harden surveying the D. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 17. Kick out to Moore. And Capella sends it back. Moore finds Favors. Shoots over Capella. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Favors passes to Ingram. Knocks it loose. And Capella sends it back.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Passes it to House. Six to shoot. From past the arc. Great D that time from Favors.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
They could use a bucket. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Tucker with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. And the dunk by Capella.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
McLemore's checked in for Houston. Ingram right side. Pass to Holiday. Outside Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Okafor. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And here's McLemore. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Okafor. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans. Ball with a wide open look. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Back to Harden. Dishes it to McLemore. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Rockets have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And McLemore drops them both. Now Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Here's Ingram. And Westbrook pulls it down. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. To the paint. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Westbrook. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Harden. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Rockets leading by 20. The three from Harden. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3-for-9 shooting night. And it's Okafor off the drive. Ingram at the elbow. Just 5 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram, he had a strong showing last season. He averaged 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Set one.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 22 is their biggest lead. It's tipped and stolen by Redick. Now here's Ball. Okafor with the ball. The pass to Redick. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Redick's got 6 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
For the Rockets, Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Ingram. And Hart subbed in for Frank Jackson. Now, here's Ball. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And Redick kicks to Ball. Okafor, the pass to Redick. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Rockets leading by 14. Passes it to Cephalosha to the right side. McLemore. They grab their own miss. On offense, here are the Pelicans. Big stretch here going 10-2. Down low. And it's Okafor missing. Houston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Well, just another foray into the paint by Westbrook. That's way too much speed to keep up with him.
Now, here's Ball. Kicks to Okafor. He dishes it to Redick. Outside Williams. Pass to Hart. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 4 rebounds in this game. And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right,
There's your number right here on my speed
You
dial.
have my number. Call me.
Good. You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well. His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And here's Gordon from outside, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 8 points for Eric Gordon. Pelicans trailed by 19.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ball with the bucket.
And the height of Ball really allows him to finish over the defense. Even when you make contact, he just seems to power through with his size.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 23. And another 3 for Houston.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Redick against Gordon. 11 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Redick. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Houston Rockets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
So Westbrook, talk about a guy who does everything for his team. He's the catalyst on offense, a ferocious finisher. Then defensively, he has all the tools to disrupt anything you do on the offensive end.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
This reminds me of myself. They're just giving away points from the free throw line. It's hard to keep pace when you keep putting guys on the line over and over. Being physical is fine, but they were out of control, way too reckless.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's House in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. And that one's good. Ingram. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player. That's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Here is Harden after Drew Holiday's score. Misses from short range. Favors against Capella. And Capella sends it back. Harden outside. High arcing shot. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got 5 rebounds tonight. Westbrook against Redick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, a new start for Lonzo Ball, part of that massive Anthony Davis trade over the summer. And for Lonzo, things not working out in L.A. I wonder if being away from everything that L.A. offers up is going to allow Lonzo to focus back in both on playing and on making sure his body is ready for the rigors of an 82-game season.
The first free throw is good. And with the Pelicans, ball can be quite dangerous in an Alvin Gentry offense.
Yeah, this up-tempo style that Alvin likes to play, a lot of it borrowed from the 7 seconds or less offense of Mike D'Antoni, is going to be very exciting. They could be a league pass team as Lonzo Ball loves to advance it with the pass, finding players like Ingram, Holiday, and of course Zion Williamson on the break could lead to some exciting basketball in the Bayou.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And the first one drops. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, PJ gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Both free throws good from Tucker.
And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but man, could they use a few shooters.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Rockets leading by 18. Here's Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Good on the shot.
Well, the defense was all over Holiday there, but shooting window was open.
And here's Westbrook. 28 points for him. Here's Capella. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Free throw no good for Capella. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Now here's Rivers, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harden against Holiday. They get it back. Here's Capella, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Derek Favors. That's good from Capella, and the Pelicans making a change here. All free throws good from Capella. Pelicans trail by 20. Outside Holiday. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Rivers. Moore outside. Lock at 6. Favors trying to break free, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
That's good from Moore. The 55th pick back in 2011. By any measure, E'Twaun Moore has exceeded expectations.
Most of that has come, Kevin, because he's become a much more consistent player from the perimeter. Everybody looking for those wing players that can both provide offensive spark and shooting, along with guarding at least one position, if not 2. And E'Twaun Moore is a switchable defensive player and has found a home here with the Pelicans.
Now here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here is House. Back to Tucker. Goes up on the wing. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Favors passes to Holiday. Back to Favors. Over Rivers, and it's Favors that time on the assist by Holiday. Favors got his first points of the night.
That's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
And here's Harden for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Favors dishes to Holiday. To Alexander Walker, and Favors kicks to Holiday. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game, and that one is good. House has got his second bucket tonight.
Big miscommunication
on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Holiday, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Danuel House. And New Orleans also making a change. Jackson's checked in. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fifth best, Clint Capella.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Jackson looking it over. There's the pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Favors. He's guarded by Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. And the Pelicans miss again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Gordon, the pass to Rivers. Capella trying to free himself up. And a miss there on the triple. Pelicans trailed by 21. More in the corner from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Gordon's got his 6th rebound on the night. And stolen by Favors. Now Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Favors. Goes up on the block. That shot off. Good work defensively by Capella. Gordon, the pass to Tucker. And it's blocked. Moore dishes to Jackson. To the inside. Moore against Rivers. Trying to end the drought. And E'Twaun Moore good for 3. Moore's got 10 points in the game.
Moore just recognizing he had a little more space, if you will, Kevin.
Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Tucker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become #1 this time around. First free throw is good. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And he can't get the first one. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
And he sinks the 2nd. Houston leading by 19. Now here's Gordon. 8 points for him. Here's Hart. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Harden. The Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Okafor against Chandler. He kicks to Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon, the last few seasons, has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans trail by 20. Here's Hart. 13 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And McLemore kicks to Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 17 now.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
First free throw is good for the Rockets. Clint Capella comes in for Chandler. And it's Russell Westbrook in for James Harden. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. And so Jackson nails both of them. Rockets leading by 20. Gordon finds Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen. Here's Melly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
That free throw, no good. One is no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And McLemore slams it in.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Here's Jackson following the score by Houston. Here's Melly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Taking a look at some numbers for Redick, how he did last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Rockets leading by 20. Outside Westbrook. Kicks it to McLemore. And the three off target. New Orleans gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Redick surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Williams, here we go. Jackson has the open look. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Capella, the pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Picked him clean. Here's Hart. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Rockets leading by 18. Here's McLemore. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And he knocks down the first one. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Ball comes in for Jackson. And McLemore drops them both. Pelicans trail by 20. Ball kicks to Williams. Pass to Ingram. And Capella sends it back. Westbrook surveying the D. Gordon for 3. No good that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Ball with it. He's got 7. 6 to shoot. Here's Hart. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Hart's got 15 points. Rockets leading by 18. Outside Gordon. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Rockets now. Westbrook against Ball, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He's off on the first. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Pelicans trail by 18. Ingram dishes the ball. 15 seconds left in the third. They get it again.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets lead by 18. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Brandon Ingram's out there with Hart, and it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
That free throw missing. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
He hits the second from the line.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pelicans trail by 16. Holiday, the pass to Williams. The dish now to Ball. Lets a floater go. Holiday, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Derek Favors checked in for Williams. Here is Favors. Right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Hart. And the shot is long. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Releases. The Rockets with another miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
To the middle. Here's Capella. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Knocked away. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. Oh, that was huge.
Incredible.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Harden against Holiday, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
First one falls for him. And Brent, that fierce competitive nature for Drew Holiday still there to this day.
Yeah, so much talk from his coach Alvin Gentry about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
And here's Westbrook. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Outside Holiday. Ball up top. He's covered by Westbrook. And again, New Orleans has no up. Houston leading by 11. Capella kicks to Harden. Over Holiday. 11 feet out, and he hits it. 19 points for James Harden.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Ingram outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Clint Capella. And one of the major pieces of the Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Brent figures to be a big piece for this Pelicans team.
There's so much talk about Brandon Ingram and potential unrealized, and maybe some stability around this new organization with head coach Alvin Gentry is going to bring out the best in Brandon Ingram.
The first one falls. Both free throws good for Ingram. Rockets leading by 11. Now Harden. The three. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dishes it to Holiday. Here's the teardrop. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gordon. For Houston, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Westbrook kicks to House. Good on the triple. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Just wondering, with Russell Westbrook and the 3 seasons under his belt in Oklahoma City as averaging a triple-double, what is he capable of doing in this Houston Rockets offense? And more importantly, how do Russell Westbrook and James Harden coexist?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
There is no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league, on full display there.
And with Westbrook and his usage rates, it was once over 40%. But, Brett, that has dropped in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it might drop a little bit more here, Kevin, with James Harden being Russell Westbrook's teammate. You just wonder how much stylistically it's going to change. This offense has always been about the three-point attack, and that's not a strong suit of Russell Westbrook's. However, the havoc he creates, that works just about anywhere.
He misses the free throw.
And as many times as we've seen him at the free throw line tonight, I think by now we know what's going to happen.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 22 is their biggest lead. And the pass to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Pelicans trail by 16. Now here is Holiday. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's Hart. A floater. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Westbrook with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And the first one drops. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pelicans trail by 15. And here is Ingram. New Orleans moving it around. Now Ball. Outside Holiday. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Rockets leading by 15. Harden outside. Another miss by Houston. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Ball. Favors trying to break free. The fadeaway. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Harden, no good.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Here's Favors. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Launches a three. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Passes to Ingram. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And he knocks down the first one. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. Second free throw, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And here's Harden for three. Buries it from three-point range. Harden's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets. Pelicans trail by 17. Ball kicks to Hart. Over to the left wing. Here's Favors. Out to Ingram. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Harden right side. Back to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Hart. Favors against Capella. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They get a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Here is House, covered by Redick. Just 2 to shoot. Harden, that's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ingram kicks to Ball. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Gordon against Ingram. Ball, the pass to Hart. A 3-ball. Rockets with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Outside Gordon. Tipped away and stolen by Favors. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Rockets leading by 19 points. Harden outside. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Harden's got 31.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Danuel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Sefolosha misses.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Russell Westbrook.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Gordon against Moore. Now here's Gordon. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. Great crowd tonight, but what made the difference down the stretch?
We just trying to play solid defense, talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. You know, it was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, you know, we got a good victory at home.
Big win, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.